Hi everyone, it's Frankie here from Amat Chiropractic. I just wanted to give you guys a little update about what's happening here at the clinic at the moment, which sadly isn't very much. I wanted just to let you know why we had to close, because 1 minute we're changing premises and the next minute we're closed. It's all a bit kind of confusing as things have been in the past couple of weeks as COVID-19 has very rapidly developed through our country. The General Chiropractic Council, which is my governing body, says that we have to follow our code of conduct, and there's three main areas that we need to follow at this time, and one is to prioritise patients' health and welfare. We have to put patients' health first, and we need to be able to treat patients in a safe environment, and unfortunately with the way that this virus is spreading, we're unable to provide those three things at this time. And given the government advice that we are meant to stay at least 2 metres away from people, with our treatments, it's hands-on, it's near on impossible to do that. And also, if you are going to be within 2 metres of each other, they recommend that you use personal protective equipment, things like goggles, aprons, gloves and masks. And sadly, we just don't have those things to hand. And as you can imagine, it's incredibly hard to get hold of those things at the moment too. So that's part of the reason why we've had to cease face-to-face appointments at the moment. I'd also like to do a shout out to the British Chiropractic Association, who I am a member of, because they have been absolutely fantastic in supporting us chiropractors in kind of recommending and advising what we should be doing, because it's a huge moral dilemma. We want to be here to serve our patients, yet we've got to put their health and safety as a priority. They basically said that we should cease face-to-face treatments at this time whilst the restrictions are there, and yes, I think it's the best way in order to stop the spread of this virus, as it seems to be rippling through the country pretty quick. As soon as it is safe to do so, we will be open again, and as soon as those guidelines and that advice is lifted, I shall be contacting each patient that had an appointment booked in, and we'll be rescheduling that as soon as we can. Likewise, if you develop symptoms in the meantime and you're worried about your backs, then don't worry, there will be an appointment for you when we reopen. I will make sure there is time in the diary for you. So yeah, at the moment it's pretty quiet here at Amat Chiropractic, but I do plan to be able to still support you, because you're my patients and I care about you. And at the moment everybody's working from home and probably developing all sorts of neck and back pain, so do keep your eyes peeled on Facebook. I will be posting some videos and some advice that you guys can all follow. And we're also going to be offering telephone consultations, which might seem a little bit strange, because how can your chiropractor who's a hands-on practitioner help you over the phone or the video? But in lots of different ways we can. Most people are now switched from the office to home, and they're working on really bad workstations. You're at the dining room table or the kitchen table, or you're stuck on the sofa in the lounge, and it's just really not going to do your back any favours. So we can do workstation assessments where we can kind of see what you've got, what equipment you've got. I can make some recommendations and really get you set up properly for the next coming weeks whilst you're working at home. Second thing we can do is exercises. If you're already an existing patient with me, I know you, I know your backs, I know what, it's all in my notes, what you can and can't do. So I can tailor an exercise program directly to you. We can do it on a video where I can demonstrate the exercises, and you can then demonstrate them back to me, and I can give you any pointers to make sure that you're doing them correctly. The third thing we can offer is how to kind of treat yourself. Back pain just doesn't disappear because we're on lockdown. So there are ways that you can help release muscles. And you can even do this on your family members as well, or have them help to treat you. So I'm very happy to deliver a consultation where I can kind of walk you through how to trigger point certain areas and what things to look out for in certain conditions, which you may be able to then start to help each other, and we can make things a hell of a lot easier whilst we ride out the next few weeks, because we don't know how long this lockdown is going to be. So that's what these telephone consultations are for. They can range between sort of 20 and 30 minutes, and we're offering them at a reduced price at £20 at the moment. So if that's something that you're really interested in, please get in touch. Give us a call on 07401 993 334, and we look forward to hearing from you. A few other little things I wanted to talk about. As things have gone really quiet, and I want to try and support you guys as much as possible, if you could support us too, that would be really good. The best way that you can do that is to increase our social media profile. So if you can leave us a review on Facebook, that would be fantastic. Also sign up to our newsletter, because there'll be lots of information going out over the next few weeks that will help you in lockdown and what you can do to help your backs. And also, if you click onto our website, www.amatchiropractic.co.uk, that's where you can sign up to the newsletter. And there'll be a link there for a Google review, which will be brilliant. If you can boost my ratings on Google, that would be totally fantastic. And I would love you forever, so please do that. Okay. So I wanted to give some advice today, rather than just an update about the clinic. And there are certain apps that you can use at home whilst you're on lockdown that are going to make this a hell of a lot easier. They're ones that I've used before. I found them very beneficial, and they're kind of not just about your back, but sort of health and well-being in general. So I'm going to get my iPad, and hopefully you'll be able to see which apps I recommend. Here we go. So I've got a list of apps here. Can't really see that. The first one is RunWod, okay, which is a range of motion workout of the day. This is a really great app designed by the CrossFitters, so don't be too put off by that. They basically post one video a day, a workout, a range of motion workouts, so lots of stretches and mobility work. One that's 20 minutes, one that's 12 minutes. If you're like me and have a very short attention span, the 12-minute one is just enough. I've been using this probably since the new year, actually, and have really noticed a great difference in my mobility to keep me fit and strong, so that I can look after you guys. So really recommend RunWod. The next app is Couch to 5K. I've used it before to try and improve my running, which I hate running, but it's something that I am now learning to love, especially now that the weather's good. A lot of you are going to be going straight out there and pounding the streets on your once a day exercise the only time you're allowed out the house. And this is going to lead to overuse injuries, because your body's not used to it. You need to kind of ease into it as much as you can. So the Couch to 5K is a really good app, as it'll mix walking and running to start with and build you in across a period of about 6 weeks up into that 5 kilometre point. So I really recommend Couch to 5K. The third app I really recommend is called Headspace. And this is more about mindfulness and well-being. I think it's a really good app because it does sort of 10-minute meditations, which, considering the stress and anxiety we're all going through at the moment in these uncertain times, I think it's really good to put aside 10 minutes a day just to calm the mind, quieten down your thoughts, and just let your mind be. I've used it in the past and found it very effective. They also have other different types of meditations on there. One to go to sleep, which I find brilliant. As soon as I hear this guy's voice, that's it, I'm out for the count, and can even use it in the middle of the night if you wake up and can't get yourself back to sleep. So I really recommend Headspace. The fourth one is an app called Stand Up, and this is essentially a timer to get you up and moving. So you're all going to be sat at your desks 8 hours a day, of course, whilst you're on lockdown. And I always say to you, set your timer after 45 minutes of sitting, get up and move around, and everyone goes, yeah. But this app is brilliant because it will do it for you. You set your times throughout the day that you want, and you set how long you want to walk around for or stand up for. So I really recommend Stand Up. That's another excellent app. Another app is Strava. Now, Strava is great for cyclists and runners because you get to sort of follow tracks, and you get to upload routes. And it's basically an online community of athletes that kind of encouraging each other and competing slightly. I have set up a Strava club called Amat Chiropractic Strava Club, and it's basically somewhere where I think we can generate a little bit of a community where we can support each other, new and old athletes, as we take on these new ventures outside. So it's not just for runners, it could be cyclists as well. And it's just a great way that we can keep in touch and communicate. If you've had a bad run and you think, oh God, my calves are cramping up, drop me a message. I will gladly give you some advice and some tips on how to relieve that. And I basically just want to check in and see how you guys are doing. So I'd really like it if you could join me on Amat Chiropractic Strava Club. If you want to find me on Strava, I'm under my married name of Frankie Lehman. That's Lemen. So you can find me on there and you can see what I've been up to as well. So it's not about just me spying on you. And the last app that I really want to recommend is the COVID-19 symptoms app. It's being used by researchers at the moment to kind of monitor the spread of the virus through the country and to see how people's symptoms are developing. So even if you don't have any symptoms, you can still check in on the app every day and say, nope, all is good here. That's what they want to know. So it's going to help the researchers see where the virus is spreading throughout the country and how. So that's another really important app to have. That's the COVID-19 symptoms app. With all these apps, if you just go to the App Store, just type them in, then they should all come up. What I will do is, in this video, is write the names of each app down, and you can then search for them that way. So those are my apps that I recommend. If there are others out there that you found that are brilliant, please send them my way. I'd love to give them a try. But they're the ones that I've been using quite regularly and certainly enjoy. And that's it for today. I hope to update you again in a few days' time with something new. If there's anything you'd like me to do on a video, whether it's a certain type of exercise or stretches, please give me a shout and I will try and prepare as much as I can for you. Let's keep in touch, let's stay safe and let's stay well. Take care everyone, bye.